Alright, welcome back, folks. Another few turns here. I have just invaded the good people of Raga, so I think I will show you that battle. Yeah, I'm taking back this province. It doesn't have much value except that it's the corridor into his land. And he's moved forward an army. This isn't looking super good for me, guys. Damn. Although I do hopefully have destruction on the go here. Oh, this guy's attacking. That was 80 gold I just lost. I won't be using them in the future. Well, not in that context. Okay, these militias are getting munched, but they are not the problem. These guys here are the problem. These national troops. Yeah, there goes destruction. I have it so that I had just gotten destruction, so I can't queue it. Oh, but he's created a hole in the line. This is terrible. Well, I don't think this is going to be a great victory for me, but I might be proven wrong. Yeah, they're throwing flying shards. Hopefully my troops should do a number on him. I wish he would hit destruction on these guys instead of on the stupid independents. If it were just his first wave, I'd be grand, as you can see. But they have friends coming. Let's see how they're... Yep, my battle mages are fatigued out. My line's broken. I mean, I could still pull victory out here. Pretty evenly matched, but very possibly not. Their morale should be suffering under these arrows as well. Where's the morale at? Morale 10. I wouldn't really call that. I mean, they could... It'll make them break sooner. I might win this, actually. Check their morale now. Someone who's been hit. Still morale of 10. Well, here. Nope. Nope, still 10. At least my troops are proving very resilient. My losses are tiny so far. Yeah. Destruction is back. Destruction should be really good at killing these guys. Because now they, yep, see that was in destruction land. They're actually starting to hit. Yeah, look at that. Destruction, and then they just get slaughtered. So I think I've actually won this battle, guys. That is quite good. And no running away. Very good. Well, no running away so far. And if you remember, that was a very large group of troops. So I'm quite happy with this outcome. think he loses more men than I do for sure as well. Archers using their knives. I've definitely won. The question is, how many more of them can I take out? And do any of my men flee, which would cause a big problem in my battle line. Look at these. I think these guys have some kind of buff. Oh, luck. That's fine. It's because my mages were doing stupid stuff. Oh, I hit my own guys with destruction there. That was a waste because archers aren't the best armored foes in the world. I'll probably lose some men because of that destruction. Or not. Look at that. Hopefully I can kill this little rascal as well. I just realized it's possible that I am fighting a really, really strong province defense here, actually. It was about half independent troops, half national troops. That might be what I'm fighting, is like 30 or 40 gold, 30 or 40 worth of province defense. Which is definitely a victory. Which means actually winning the field is the key, but it looks like I've done that. So let's see, was that province defense? Yeah, and I only lost 2 troops, including that stupid nightmare. I didn't even lose any horse. That's excellent. Cool. And he must have put in like a 500 to 1,000 gold into that province defense. It's a big win for me. On the other hand, I think this Bolfagon is the province that's guarding my southern or eastern flank, and it no longer is. I'm glad Raga won, because that means it will eventually be mine. Oh no, it wasn't. What was it? Huh. Wait, is Raga just in... No. I guess this was a grey province as well. Alright, so 1 turn... Yeah, look at that. It was just all province defense. He's basically open over here. Should I press my advantage is the question. So these guys will go home. These guys will go there. I'm mulling over whether to press my advantage just now or not. I'm really tempted not to. But if suddenly he spawns a huge defensive army, I will feel like a schmuck. Okay, the problem with these guys up here is that they require undead leadership. So I'm not even going to be able to bring them to battle this round. But that's alright. What I would do is have them under an Ancestor Smith. Probably that's why I grabbed one over here. Like so. And the morale penalty matters not at all because they have morale 50. So the only problem with that is that it means it kind of messes with my scripting a bit if I don't have a disposable leader for them. You're going back over there to grab some more dudes who are coming along. Yeah, let's do my recruitment here. I think another smith is in order. I also wanted to see... Now, I got this because it's a crossbowman province, but it's actually these cheap leather armor crossbows, so I can actually produce a buttload of them. Let's see how many. 22 per turn. That means I definitely... Because I can, it means I don't have to. I will be able to churn them out right quick if, for example, man gets cheeky over here. in the capital. Everything's going according to plan. I'll have a lot of leftover money this turn, is the long and short of it. I just realized something, you know, the Celestial Master here, demands a 10% random. He's got a astral random and an air random. That's really cool. He's actually going to be my best cross-astral air mage I could possibly get, I believe. Well, almost. So he's very likely going to be sitting here for a long time. Ah yes, I have another troop. I have 2 of these guys, so I can reinforce much more quickly. One day I'll upgrade her role to only healing my elites, but because I don't have wounded elites yet, don't need to do that. And I think it might be time to bring out another batch of warrior mages. Oh yeah, so I got this randomly. It is actually a booster for blood, but, and I'm probably never going to use it for that, but it gives you a magic resistance of +5, and I'm definitely going to have some use for that down the line, so I will happily leave it in the lab. Alright, I have 500 more gold. I think I'll build a temple. That's not an ideal place for a temple, but it's fine. I seem to have like somehow a weakness of my dominion around that exact square, so it can't hurt. Best place for a temple would probably be right here, because most of the time it's super well guarded little spot. So I might move her down to just live there for a while. Yeah, midwinter is coming, so I can have her dander over. Pick up this couple of strays. Alright, but the big question is, should I press my advantage in the north? And I think I will. This army, the thing is, this army is gonna be able to manage on its own, guarding this province. Oh, that's what I'll do with the rest of my treasury. Same thing he did. Perfect. These guys are gonna move there. And they'll just cause some ruckus. Join up with these guys pretty soon, like, I think I'll have my god search this province and then leave next turn. I think I might grab another batch of these. I have the air gems for it now, no question. Now you may notice that this means I'm going to have a lot lower research than last round. I'm going to grab Construction 4. So after I get Alteration 4, the keys are Construction 4, Evocation 3, and Thaumaturgy 2 are all going to really improve my economy, basically. Eventually I'll need Evocation, but it's mainly for my god, the Evocation, and it makes my Celestial Masters valuable in battle, which right now they're not. But the Construction 4 will give me Legions of Steel, which is actually a big deal for my battle force as well. And it'll give me better corpse construction. It'll give me my hammer economy on the go. I think I'll go for it first here. The other thing is Enchantment 3 for a Revived King, so that I can move my guys around. Also, they can be useful as regular troop generals as well. And create Revenant, so that I can do my little death things on the cheap. But because I have these guys who are bringing me the Death 1 mini mages, I don't really need to create any Revenants this game. So I'm going to grab Construction 4 just now. It'll take a wee while, but that's fine. no rush. Construction 3 is actually where a lot of the fun happens, and that'll be a couple of turns. And then I can... Both of those buffs, Legions of Steel and Strength of Giants, is going to be huge for these guys. Legions of Steel will make them much hardier, and as you see, they're already pretty hardy. I was surprised I won that battle, actually. I thought it was a loss. Okay, so I've changed this up a little bit. I've got the... off camera I did this. I made it so that these guys aren't just going to charge forward. The destruction stays. It'll heal soon enough. How many resources does this province have? Few. But given time, they will buff that up. What I'm probably going to do is just, like I said, bounce back and forth between these two provinces. Maybe just jump down and then jump back, or maybe I'll have these two unify there, alongside the god. The problem with not bringing the god out right now is that this army could do with some gems, and the god will be flying in my gems. But it's no big deal. This army will need to be battle ready as well, so I'll do that. It's all archers, so no problem here. I would love to get Wind Guide, and that'll be my god who does the Wind Guide. Fire Large will hopefully hit his Zabyssians, his heavy troops. So I'll put a bit of power into Fire Large. And these guys will... they'll fire closest. And then I'll have these guys fire archers. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, honestly, I should prepare for fighting barbarians, shouldn't I? Because that's literally the only thing you can hit me with. So... I'll just switch archers to closest. No, because if there's no archers, they'll just fire closest, so that's fine. Time to do a bit of site searching. I think you'll find... I didn't do any site searching last turn, which is a bit of a shame, but this turn I will. It's because I had all these guys researching. Site search that 1 point of Astral. May as well. Nah, I won't. Because if I happen to get one of these guys who has a point of Astral, I'll feel kind of dumb. And I'm searching with my god as well. So that's cool. Alright, I guess that should be it for this turn. I might only be able to do 2 this time. I'll have a look. See you in a second. Alright, so of course I messed up my recording again, but this'll definitely be the last turn. But I know everything, but you don't, so let's show you. I had that battle, if you remember. My forward half of my main army decided to try and win a province before the bad guy knew what was happening, but I have to fight again, I believe, a huge batch of province defense. The way to tell is province defense always has exactly one of these light blue winged dudes, is what I'm learning. So, when there's one of those, very possibly province defense. These are independent heavy cavalry, although he does have national ones. These aren't them. This is basically a stronger batch of province defense than last time because instead of archers he's got crossbows, and instead of militias he's got a smattering of cavalry. crossbows are really the difference in terms of dealing me damage here as well, apparently. It's already I've already lost as many troops as I did the entire previous battle. But on the plus side, I was able to, off camera, I turned all my smiths into destruction batteries, so I'm going to be throwing out a lot of destruction here. And that's not bad, that was just him breaking all his lances against my lance fodder, which is good. Look at all this destruction. These heavy infantries who are built on armor all have protection 0. Destruction is going to be great against Raga, actually. Glad I went up to Alteration 4. He has brutal javelins as well, so he does. So this is just so many of these. And I'm not killing them as fast as you'd expect with their protection being gone. Although apparently the Frontline still has their protection, so who can say? The crossbows are really the difference between this and the last battle. I'm getting slaughtered by bolts compared to arrows. That was good. That was what I want to see, like... Oh, half of his and my little guys have just fled. This is a more manageable group, but without any frontline infantry. We'll see how I do. Well, it looks like I'm doing pretty good. So this might be in the bag here. Although, of course, there's still that. Look at that, he can't hit me. Completely unable to hit me, like... I should be quite able to hit him. Yep. Look at those guys. I really do like those super heavy sacred cavalry. Oof. There goes one. And they flee. Well. Okay, so now it looks like, yeah, there you go, armies of kimchi routed. I just lost, but will my ancestor smiths escape? It's too bad as well, because he's down to just his... If I just had a handful more cavalry, I could have easily won the day. And with this being province defense, it means it's all or nothing in terms of me dealing him damage. So it looks like it's nothing, waste. But it also looks like my guys are almost ready to fire off another spell when the rout came. There's a good chance they'll survive, like... And of course, they have to deal with a barrage of bolts. Alright, so if you look at that, he got hit, and he got hit. He didn't get hit, so he's fine. And thank God for their armor, otherwise they would surely be dead. Look at that. Hit points 2. Weakened affliction. That's 0 problem. And mute. That's a big problem. So I got my guy muted, which means he's much less effective, of course, but... wait. If you remember, I have a healer, and I'm going to use her to great effect again. Oh, and my god found a site. Let's have a look at what it is. Hopefully air. And what it is, now of course, I know this already, so... But it is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Level 4 air site. Level 4 air sites are extremely rare. And it just so happens that the one guy who can find them managed to search in the one place where there is one, and I get double my air income per turn. So if you look at that, I now have 8 air income per turn. That's ridiculous. And I got if you remember, an illusionist. The illusionist is air 2 natively. So I'm going to grab a couple because I've always been whinging about lack of air. Although I've just noticed that I have my last turn. Like I said, I had to redo the video, so I actually have all my moves already. So I'm going to cut this here. Come back to you in a second. Yep, so here I am back. I'm going to grab these because I'm desperately short on air 2s. The problem is they're slow to recruit. Gold and efficient and all. But it'll be worth it to have a good supply of air 2s, so I'm going to grab a few. And of course, these guys. While I'm at this bottom throne, I will, or this bottom fort, do my little bits of infrastructure. But now let's do the rest of my recruiting. Because I'm not getting as much top tier mages down south, I'm going to stop producing them, and I'm going to grab I think an Ancestor Guide up here, actually. I already have my other 2 Specialist Mages, so I'll grab one of them, so I have one of each, and then maybe a few Warrior Mages. At the capital, I'm going to actually grab an Ancestor Smith. I got an Air 2 with my new Celestial Master, and the Ancestor Smith is most likely to give me a good batch of things that they can site search together, like a good site searching team like I have up here. If I can get one of these exact randoms, that would be excellent. They're going to keep going. And I still have a bit of money, so I'm going to grab another of these lovely ladies. Hopefully get a death random. While I'm talking about them, she's going to move to her permanent home right there, or her temporary home right there. And my research is going to pop up a little bit. Okay, so he's going to do the site search. He's going to research. These guys, I think I'm going to start popping out corpse men. I'm running low on mortal front lines, and I have so many air gems I may as well. Like, the boss is going to go to battle. Dump her load of these guys. And ride to there. I'm going to not bother pushing really strong on the attack. I'm much bigger than him. He only has the one fort. I'm just going to gather up all my troops until I feel comfortable, and then just bam, bam, pin him, strangle him to death by holding his capital. Should be good. But he is probably going to attack, so might as well prepare for the defense. Few wounds, and few wounds, no big deal. Few experienced as well. Cool. Alright, now including the new... Wait, let me first add the new troops. Blam, blam. And while I think of it, my woundy guy is gonna run to be joined by my healer. Those guys might be waiting a while to be healed, but so be it. Only owning one healer is... it happens, but I'm much more used to having like a healing division and bringing home all my wounded to all get healed, as opposed to this, where many of them will never be healed. But yeah, that mage is going to be healed next turn. And then I'll be able to do a bit of happy site searching, actually. At least get myself up to Nature 2 in that site. Maybe build a lab. Why not? Alright, so... what is this called? Your baggage train or whatever in battle. They're coming together. And I figure it won't hurt to have an extra guy in the place, around the place. An extra ferryman. Alright, so with that all sorted out, here is what I'm going to be fighting with next round. We are looking at a great number of various archers here, and my god. And my god is going to be throwing down some wind guide, especially now that the air jumps it costs are basically free. No reason not to. Yeah, with all these bolts and arrows and screaming arrows in the sky, plus wind guide, this army's looking pretty brutal. Fire archers, fire closest, fire large monsters. Closest for the super arrows. No. Regular arrows I'll hit cavalry in case they're cavalry, and these arrows I will fire closest because they're howling bows. I will turn my destruction from 3 destruction guys to 5. Really great. Yeah, the destruction plus the wind guide. I think I'm gonna just cleave through them. But not just this turn, I might even move next turn. Godling is going to stock up. Earth gems, I'll pass them to my ancestor smiths to drop a couple of curse of stones, just to tighten the screws or whatever. I'm really thinking that this army will just munch him. But sadly not this episode. You'll have to watch that next episode. And that should be more or less it in terms of what I'm up to this turn. I'm gonna, off camera, I'm gonna like move all these stupid guys to better spots there. So that'll be like, I've already been moving my scouts off camera. I'm now gonna start tightening up my guys here off camera. I'll do everything I need to do, but what I'm doing off camera in the future will be just reorganizing the positioning of the leaders mainly, because it's time consuming and stupid. But in terms of the organization of the troops and what spells the leaders are doing, that much I will show you. Okay, well, I'm thinking of it. Not too much has changed in terms of the world map. Just to show you, I've gotten a look at this side of the world, and it looks like Bogaris is tiny. He only holds that, and then possibly more this way, but that's his capital. So, what I'm saying is that Bagaris might be a nice easy munch at some point. But not just yet. I'll do Raga. That'll be me. I will see you guys next episode.